What else bubbles up as big lessons you've learned from going into companies and doing lots of different digital disruptions?
Execs are generally smart people at what they do, but know very little about transformation. And it's really tough because you want to shake them sometimes. You kind of go, look, you're really like a banker. You can see that they're incredibly good at what they've done, and they've been able to build their way up to an exec level within a bank. And there's always this sense of they have to know about transformation. And you look at them and go, you've never done a transformation in your life. Like we've done 20 this year. Like, listen, there's a few things here that you're going to stumble over. And there's this almost this inherent bias within themselves that they've been so good at their domain that they're used to knowing all the answers. And I think it's very confronting for them to kind of to understand that they don't actually know much about the transformation journey they're about to go on, but they need to be seen that they do. Yeah. And so it's almost like if you can get them over that hurdle of being vulnerable enough to kind of understand that they don't know enough, you can have a good conversation. And that's been the key learning. The transformations where I've succeeded and where we've been able to consult the best are the ones where you've had that really like tough conversation up front. You've identified the roles that you're going to play as an advisor or a coach, and you've got really green leaders or other leaders that just want to advance the cause, and they don't have as much ego and they're not as much invested as, who gets the credit as long as the outcome is delivered properly.
Spot on, right? And that's why I love this concept of green leaders. Like, I love the concept of it because green leaders go, I know some good stuff, right? But ultimately I don't know everything. And then maybe some smarter people I need to kind of engage. The orange and the red leaders are the ones that are like, I know everything. I'm the boss. I'm going to do it my way. And then, and those two different paths that organizations take are just really, really different paths.
Sure. Absolutely.
One person's got all the answers and the other one going, no, I'm going to build a collective of smart people. And then ultimately, hey, I might make the call because I'm still a leader. It's not like I'm not going to make a call, but I'm open enough to be able to get the advice, to go, okay, so which is the right call to make in this situation?
So I think that's been what I've seen. And that's across APAC and Middle East. So there's I see the same behavior in almost every country that we dip into. And it's great when you can find a green leader or someone that's more engaged or understands that they need help on that journey. And the interesting thing is every company needs different help, right? And I think the role of consulting companies changes with every client, and you should never go in with the same assumption that you're going to do the same thing with each client. Yeah, because they've got their own actors internally, and some know certain domains better than others. And rather than just trying to do a blueprint model the same every time, you got to go in and quickly identify. And that's half of our job in the initial workshops we run with clients is finding who the champions are for the different domains and being like, all right, she's going to be perfect to cover this. Just empower her to do this and then step away. And you can then quickly see where your gaps are going to be in the transformation. And that's where you focus your time. There's some emerging research that's being done into looking at the maturity of the board members and evaluating how digital savvy they are, and using that as a leading indicator of transformational failure or success. Yeah, and so that's that research is just emerging at the moment. MIT had a paper on that late last year, and so that's the next wave of thinking, where we're looking at how do we engage early with boards and look at helping to set direction.